Yeah, but the way I kind of counterbalance it is, imagine this: when PulseChain and PulseX launch, and you were part of the sacrifice set. If you were part of the sacrifice set, when it launches, that's essentially your buy-in. So wouldn't you want to buy at the bottom of the market? Obviously, you would. So when it launches, that's when you buy. It's when you bought, because that's when you officially get the coin. So in theory, that's when you bought. You can kind of look at it like that. And I think it's actually beautiful because we got protected against we got protected against the 70% downside in the crypto markets. We got protected against the Forex market completely collapsing, the pound going to crap, almost the euro going to crap. So not only did you get protected from a 70% downside in crypto, if you also had stable coins that we were going to keep on the side, you were also protected against the euro or the pound, or your cash on the side, or the pound collapsing like another 30 to 40%. So you didn't protect yourself only against 70%, you protected yourself against the 70% plus a 30 to 40% in your native currency, unless you're in the dollar. So I'm like, probably.
Let's play this out for a second too. A lot of people thought this was going to launch last December, January, February, stuff like that. Like PulseX, okay, let's get that sacrifice out of the way. Now we're ready to go. Everything's ready. He said a lot of stuff around that. So launching back then, what are the pros and cons of launching back then and then launching now in January, for example? Like what did we get saved from? I mean, you cover a couple things, but also what do we miss? Like world's largest airdrop. Hey, it's still going to be the case technically, but you got to admit a little bit of breath came out of it, at least recently. I know the hype will start back up, but a little bit when we didn't beat ETH2 to market, we can't say that now, right? So like, I guess, what are both sides of it?
Yeah, we did beat E2.0 to market. We still have the world's largest airdrop technically, but we're not going to use that for marketing probably. I think the thing that all of these forks did incorrectly is they didn't have an AMM bot. And the only thing that matters on the chain is liquidity. If there's no liquidity, there's nothing there. Projects and liquidity and developers. So the AMM bot is going to give PulseChain a massive advantage, and it's going to give PulseX a massive advantage because all the liquidity that's going to drain from like Uniswap, SushiSwap, 0x, Bancor, all the liquidity gets all put into PulseX. And I think it also has a narrative, the only narrative where it's the only vertically decentralized integrated ecosystem in all of crypto. Because you can counter argument and say like Binance. And yes, and if you look at Binance, didn't BNB do like a 6,000x? I think it did. I think BNB did a 6,000x, and that's the closest example we have to a vertically integrated ecosystem, except it's centralized, massively centralized. So I think PulseChain is the decentralized version of that, which is very bullish. And I think you're going to be fine, man. Yeah. I think if you have the ability to buy, I think we're going to make it. If you have the ability to be part of an entirely new ecosystem close to the bottom of the bear market, if not after the bottom of the bear market, chances would say you're probably going to be just fine.
Uniswap V3, that's something people have been bringing up too. Not that we're going to be launching in May. Maybe we will. Who knows? Mid-May 2023. Who knows? But yeah, I know. That's what he meant. That's what the lead dev meant, or not the lead dev, the B team dev or JV dev or whatever. That's what he meant. Richard misunderstood. He heard this year, but the guy actually, he was correct. No, just kidding. That'd be crazy. But V3, some people said, okay, is it better we have V3? Is it better to wait? Blah, blah, blah. Any opinion on that? V2 versus V3 for PulseX?
I don't think it matters. I don't think it matters that much. It's a crypto nerd thing. If you just want to focus on the mainstream, onboarding the mainstream, they don't care about Uniswap V2 and V3.
Right.
Yeah, I think it's just people are just looking for stuff to talk about because we have nothing else to talk about. I think Uniswap V3 is cool. I think it's going to get implemented into PulseX at some point. I don't think it's anything to worry about.